So let me ask you a question. When was the first time that you had a Latinx teacher or professor? I was in school for 17 years. And in that time frame, I didn't have a Latinx teacher at all. I've learned through reading the research that representation really matters. It's not just a phrase. It really has real life implications for young children, for young adults. Like, to be in a classroom and to feel like you're underrepresented or perhaps don't feel like you can connect. How does that impact their grades? How does that impact their well-being, their mental health? But also, how does that impact the way that they dream of themselves in the future? Like, what can I see myself doing? What can they see themselves doing? That's impacted as well. A recent study found that when a Black student has at least 2 Black teachers in the classroom during elementary school, at any point during elementary school, it doubles their chances of going to college. So there's something about seeing someone that looks like you taking a lead in the classroom, in the community. I mean, that matters. And it's not just in K through 12. This continues in the university setting. Representation in the classroom, having people of color, Black, Latinx teachers in the classroom, it reduces implicit bias. It also allows people to connect because of their culture. It allows people to feel seen in a way that is really necessary. If we look at the statistics, only 5% of college professors in the nation are Hispanic. Only 5%. That is a very low number. Having lower numbers of Black and Latinx teachers, teachers of color, professors across the nation, if we really want to target that, we need to understand the root of the cause, because our students are coming into the classroom and they're more likely than not to see a white professor, which nothing wrong with that, except that they're not getting that connection. There's a greater likelihood that these students are not seeing a professor of color in their classrooms. And so if you see a person of color in the classroom, the research is showing that you're more likely to be engaged in the classroom. As a college student, you're more likely to set higher expectations for yourself. You're more likely to continue pursuing higher education, undergrad and beyond. And so that's why when I speak about representation mattering, again, we have to consider all of the implications for this, the short term as well as the long term. My response to that question of when did you have your first Latinx teacher, and me realizing like I did not have that experience, that has fueled a lot of the work that I do. During my 6 years of teaching, the first thing that always happens on the first or at least the second day of class is that my Latinx students will come up and they will tell me how excited they are to have a Latinx teacher. And that's why I make it a point on the first day of class to talk about my background. And I let them know, like I talk to them about, being an immigrant to this country. I don't shy away from that experience because I don't want them to shy away from that experience. I want them to feel the sense of pride to be able to share about their background and to bring those experiences into the classroom. I want to be the person that's teaching, that's sharing my life lessons, that's sharing the knowledge that I'm receiving through my journey, but also the person that's learning from these magnificent group of students that I would be encountering. I realized that if I can be in a position like I am now and as an academic, that other people perhaps might be inspired to do the same. If they see that someone that looks like them has reached what I call those heights, right? That level, like to be able to see that inspires, that it hopefully inspires someone to do the same, to pursue the same, and to know that they can also reach those heights.